Tonight's game on TV 32 is brought to you by these proud local sponsors: U.S. Cellular, Bell & Health, Simon's Specialty Cheese, Gandred on West Mason, Gallagher's Pizza, North Star Dental, Witt Family Ford, Cobeson Buses, Vake's Fox Valley Coin and Diamonds, and Security Lubkey Roofing.
It's time for the TV 32 Sports Showdown.
You could not ask for a more perfect night for football.
And look at those wheels. Are you kidding me?
I can't believe what I'm saying.
From Ripon, Wisconsin, it's time for the WIAA postseason football tournament. Tonight, our teams enter the game one win away from the state championship game as Kaukauna takes on Waunakee in a Division II state semifinal. Welcome to Ripon High School, everyone. Ted Stefaniak, John Mino with you for this WIAA state semifinal game. Ripon High School, the site, and it is Waunakee and Kaukauna. Waunakee wearing the white uniforms, purple helmets. It is Kaukauna in their black uniforms. Waunakee to kick off, and we are underway for this Division II Level 4 playoff game. Fielded inside the 5-yard line and brought down near the 20-yard line, and that's where Kaukauna will begin this game.
Well, Teddy, we were talking a little bit beforehand. I mean, this Waunakee team statistically is unlike anything I've ever seen before. They've given up a total of 10 points in the entire first half this year. They've scored 50 touchdowns on the ground, 24 through the air. That's amazing. But the thing that we don't talk about, their defense is outstanding. I'll run through the list of their scores during the course of the season. 51-14, 30-7, 31-0, 63-0, 67-7, 58-0, 48-0, 52-0. Just amazing what this Waunakee team has done. But you know what? I don't think Kaukauna is going to back down from anybody. They've been at this far for the first time in a long time. Let's see what happens.
1st and 10 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground to the far side they go, and that is number 5, the quarterback, Finley Dorio, the offensive player of the year in the Fox Valley Association.
Yeah, Finley Dorio during the regular season, you're not afraid to run. He's got 1,800 yard passing in the regular season, 345 rushing, so he's not afraid to run the football, but he also does a nice job throwing it.
So a 2nd and 8 coming up for Kaukauna, the winners of the Fox Valley Association, 11-1 on the season. Waunakee coming in 12-0.
Actually, the team that came closest to Waunakee this year was Notre Dame early in the season at 30-7.
Snap, and Dorio to the air, has a receiver, had to come back a little bit for it. And a 3rd down coming up for Kaukauna.
But you know what? It's always good for a quarterback, Teddy, and we talked about this at other times, just like in basketball, make that first shot, no matter if it's a layup or a free throw, whatever it is, just get that little bit of confidence. On a chilly night, it's not horrific tonight, but you see the steam coming out of the guys, but just getting that first pass completion for a passing quarterback like Dorio, that's a nice little factor.
Kaukauna has averaged close to 28 points per game this season, 176 yards through the air, 166 on the ground. This is a 3rd and 5 on the 25 for the Galloping Goats. Put a man in motion. Finley waits for the snap. Dorio, the handoff, and Waunakee.
Yeah.
Right there for the stop and a 4th down coming up for the Ghosts.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Waunakee has a linebacker, number 44, Sam Hoagland. That's pretty amazing. 6'1", 183. He's got 129 tackles on the season. 129 tackles. That's him, number 44 there, just all over the ball. So a 3 and out for the Ghosts for their first possession of the ball game. Waunakee going to about their own 45, waiting for the punt.
That is Tucker Hoffman with the punt.
Daniel Cotter calls the fair catch for Waunakee.
All right, and we'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. He starts 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line, keeping it on the ground.
Ben Lindley, 6'1", 180-pound senior, 1,100 yards rushing, 21 touchdowns. And this is unusual, Teddy. You know, normally you get a guy that averages like 5 yards a carry, and you just kind of say, well, give it to him twice, you get a first down. He averages more than a first down every carry. He averages over 11 yards per carry.
Yeah, Waunakee averaging 49 points per game this year, 166 yards through the air, 229 yards on the ground each and every game.
Same guy.
And taking it to the far sideline near the Waunakee bench at third down coming up. It's going to be third and short for the Warriors.
Nice tackle over there by Reed Whitman for Kaukauna. Whitman comes up, does a nice job, gets him low, and takes him down. That was a nice tackle.
Waunakee, the Badger Large Conference champion, 12-0 on the season. They are led by head coach Pat Rice, the legend in his 32nd year with Waunakee. And it is Vance Johnson, the quarterback. He's got the first down and then some. They're still pushing the pile.
Yeah, he's a good runner. You know, he's really highly touted with the way he throws the football. He's a 6'1", 175-pound junior. 1,600 yards passing this year. 75% completion rate. Have you ever seen a quarterback with a 75% completion rate? That's unbelievable.
It'll make some college scouts take notice, won't it? So 1st and 10 from the 26.
Big hole.
And spinning. Oh, big gain that time. And it was Ben Lindley again.
Yeah, there was a huge hole, though. Watch the offensive line of Waunakee on the right-hand side, Teddy. Watch the right guard and that bunch over there. Big 74-71 with a great block for Waunakee. He did a great job with a seal over there. Just took his man right out. That's William Lenoch, 5'11", 231-pound. Junior.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line now. Back on the ground.
Again.
It is actually Scadden, I think. Number 25, I believe, had the carry that time. So Sullivan Scadden.
You are correct. 5'7", 170-pound junior. No huddle once again for Waunakee.
Inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone. This is a 2nd and 4. Sitting on the 9-yard line. And to the air, Johnson has a man coming to the near side, tackled near the 10-yard line. May have lost some yardage there. We'll have to see where they mark it.
Once again, that was Scadden. Little scat back right there. Richard 5'7", about 170 pounds, but nice defense that time on the part of the Ghosts. They really came up quick. Look at that, fighting off the block. Nice job. Well, he trips a little bit there too, which helps, but then he gets finished off. Big play right here. 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, still sitting on the 9-yard line. Johnson to the corner of the end zone, and they were looking for Caden McKenzie, second-team all-conference receiver for the Warriors.
Yeah, big target over there, but he just overshot him that time. Nice coverage, though. That was nice coverage, and that was a nice little stand. McKenzie at 6'3", 182, just a junior. So we got a field goal attempt coming up, which is something that Waunakee does not do a lot of, Teddy. They're 2 for 3 on field goals, but 56 out of 56 on extra points.
Owen Elliott, the kicker, first team all-conference this year in the Badger Large. And that is up and off to the right. No good. So we remain scoreless in Ripon. Waunakee and Kaukauna, you're watching Showdown. So a big stand by the Kaukauna defense, and Waunakee misses the field goal attempt. We remain scoreless. 7:54 remaining in this first quarter as Kaukauna begins on their own 20-yard line. That Kaukauna defense that just got the stop there, they've been allowing just under 15 points a game, 108 yards passing, 114 yards rushing. But this Waunakee defense, we've already touched upon it a little bit. 4.4 points per game is what they allow.
Yeah. They've given up 14, 7, 0, 0, 7, 0, 0, 6, 0, 6, 0, 13.
Okay, and if you weren't marking down all the things John was saying, that's 10 games holding an opponent to 6 points or less.
Yes.
6 shutouts. Amazing.
Pretty amazing.
2nd and 9 from the 21. Dorio looking to the left.
And
just
overshot him.
Yeah, there were 3 defenders with him.
There were. He would have had to drop it right in over that first defender. Tender receiver over there was Kavanaugh Wyenberg, 31 catches, 276 yards this year. But He did have a window, but it would have to be a perfect pass. And when your hands are kind of cold in a night like this, that's tough to have a touch pass like that.
Yeah, we were down on the field before the game. It's a nice night for December 10th.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
November 10th. December 10th.
Okay, it felt like it a little bit.
I know. It was like we were saying,
November
hey,
10th.
this isn't bad. This is fine. This is going to affect it. And then pretty soon it's like, okay, let's go to the press box.
Yeah.
It's kitty chilly.
It's blanket night.
Yes.
So this is a 3rd and 9, and
that's trouble.
And look at that defense by Waunakee.
Just swarming, right? And that's what they do.
Yeah, Hoagland in there.
Down. You're right. Didn't have much of a chance at first. Like it looked like he might have something going, but then look at this. They just come through. Big 99's a heck of a football player for them. Wade Bryant, 6'1", 212 pounds. He's a senior, and they are just tenacious, aren't they, on defense? And we've got a player down for Kaukauna. And they are checking it on him over by the line of scrimmage.
All right, so while they check on him, we will step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Well, back at Ripon High School, they're still attending to the player that was injured from Kaukauna on that sack.
Well, he's sitting up, Teddy. It looks like he's going to get up. No, we're still waiting on it, to be honest with you, but they really came in hard. If you want to take another look at that play, they came in just with abandon, and some people got twisted up with there. Take another look at it with the way they came in. It wasn't the first guy. That's Dorio back to pass right there. Tries to step, collides with his own man. Right there, tries to make something more happen. And you can see right there he grabs his right knee, whereas the knee was being held down, and they're helping him off the field right now. So that's the last thing in the world you want to see for Kaukauna is Finley Dorio being helped off the field. But they are, and you could see it right off the bat there, that the way he grabbed his knee, it just got twisted at a bad angle. But, well, hopefully he'll be all right.
Yeah, they're going to check on him, and if there's any way for him to be able to get back into the game, you know he will be. But they're going to make sure he's okay.
Outstanding
before they do
quarterback.
that. Yeah, what a season he has been having this year. As we mentioned, the Offensive Player of the Year in the Fox Valley Association. Meanwhile, it's a 4th and 19 after the sack. Ball back to the 11-yard line in a punting situation for the Ghost.
Another nice punt, fair catch called at about the 37.
Yeah, and Waunakee will have great field position, John, as they begin this drive in Kaukauna territory at about the 38-yard line.
And they're taking Dorio to the bench.
Yep.
And they're going to check him out.
Well, when we get knocked down, it takes a team, an extraordinary team, to help us heal like a pro. For your bones, muscles, joints, and everything else that makes life move, there's only Bellin Health. Bellin Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
So Waunakee with their second possession of the game here.
Starting at the 38.
Quick pass over the right side, completion.
A big collision on the sidelines.
Completed over there to David Emmerich, 5'9", 172-pound senior, wide receiver. So complete no huddle for Waunakee in this ball game. Just come out to the line of scrimmage, get the play, and
saw that in the first drive as well.
Yeah, which ended in a missed field goal for Waunakee.
Johnson will hand it off, and here comes the defense for Kaukauna.
Nice tackle that time. Number 32, Sam Weber, comes in and just does a great job, just blows up the play. Watch Weber come through right there. Number 32.
Yeah, Lindley was a ball carrier.
Right on it. Boom, form tackle, holds him up, doesn't let go. Weber at 5'11", 205, junior. Tough kid.
Yep.
We've seen him make some big plays over the course of the season.
And he was a young man who suffered a broken leg in a scrimmage before the season began. Came back in week 7, makes a big play here in the state semifinals. And this is going to be close to another first down, John.
Very close. Each team, Kaukauna players are putting up the fist for 4th, and Waunakee was motioning first down.
Tom Senecal, a referee, takes a look and says, yeah, that's going to be a first down.
So our veteran crew out there. We've seen those guys a time or two.
Yeah, our officiating crew.
Always good.
The legend. Oh, they're going to go right to no huddle again. Tom Senecal, our lead official tonight. See the rest of the guys. And Johnson, he gets stacked up. A flag comes in late. We'll see what that's all about.
Another nice job. That was Weber once again leading the way. Had help from about 4 of his teammates.
Holding. Offense. Black captain.
Let's go.
Captain.
Mr. Cynical, hey, you don't mess around with him when he's out there.
Well, football, basketball, he's a legend.
You ever have somebody where it's like, wow, this guy reminds me of somebody. Who does he remind you of? An actor.
An actor?
An actor.
Well, yeah.
Who do you got?
Who? No, not.
Robert Duvall.
Yes.
Robert
yes.
Duvall. He looks like Robert and acts like Robert Duvall.
Yeah. He's a great official. We see him at state tournaments all the time. That's a guy you want out there in the field officiating your game, that is for sure. So Johnson will hand the ball off.
A little bit of the jet sweep, taking over that far side once again. Number 25, Sullivan Skadden. He's getting a lot of work tonight. The big name coming in, of course, was Ben Lindley. As I mentioned, over 1,100 yards rushing, 21 touchdowns, and averages 11.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, they've got a nice nice rotation. You'll also see Sebastian Rasmussen as well, another one of their great running backs for Waunakee.
3 wide receivers right. First time we've seen that tonight for Waunakee.
So 2nd and 14 after the penalty, and ball up to the 32-yard line. Vance Johnson steps up, might be changing the call. Handoff again. This is Lindley.
Wow, nice job again by this Kaukauna defense. Wow, Logan Arft, number 74, getting in there. 6 foot, 221-pound defensive tackle. Watch 74. Just split the gap right there. Comes through and takes him down. Wow.
Well, you heard so much about this Waunakee defense coming in.
Look at this. 3rd and what?
Kaukauna doing a big job
15?
here in the first quarter.
Plenty of time.
And has a man across the 25, makes a nice move, still on his feet, and across the 15-yard line. That's number 15, David Emmerich.
5'9", 172-pound senior, and he gets the first down. Wow, on a 3rd and 15, that was a big play, Teddy. Kaukauna defense has been playing so tough, and this guy just kind of split his way downfield. Did a really nice job. Give him credit. Catches it on the crossing pattern, makes the first man miss, makes the second man miss.
1st and 10 on the 15 in the Gallagher's Pizza end zone, looking for a man and overshoots him just out of the reach of the fingertips as they were looking, and looked like number, is it 80? Devontae Bacon, the intended receiver.
That was nice coverage over there. John Newman, 6-foot defensive back who had 5 interceptions this season, did a nice job giving up some size, but really does a nice job staying with him. Ted doesn't draw the pass interference call. Look at this. Great position. Goes up and tips it away. Outstanding job by number 22 right there, John Newman.
John Newman, first team all-conference in the FVA.
Quarterback
defensive back.
Trying to get the corner. He has the angle. And gets dragged out of bounds. Short of the first down. Boy, he's got some wheels, doesn't he, Ted?
He's quick.
He had Logan Arft had the angle on him for a moment there, but then he just turned the corner. So 3rd down and 5.
Sitting on the 10-yard line. Johnson has a couple of receivers to the right. He goes to the right. Little screen pass. Now it's up to the receiver to make a move, looking for the end zone, and he's going to be shy of the end zone as he connected that time with David Emmerich.
That's the same one that got the first down to the 3rd and 15. Watch his footwork, Teddy. This kid is really something with what he does. Watch this. Watch him miss. Look at this. Little stutter step, little dead leg.
So a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. They give to Lindley, and he is in for the touchdown. Waunakee strikes first. And it was number 24 again, Ben Lindley, his 22nd rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, he's had an unbelievable season. So 37-yard scoring drive, but the big play was that 3rd and 15 when that little wide receiver, David Emmerich, did a great job of eluding enough defenders to get just enough for that first down. That was the big play of the entire drive. And again, 56 out of 56 for the kicker right here, Owen Elliott.
And that extra point is good. He remains perfect on the season in extra points, and it's 7-0 Waunakee. All right, U.S. Cellular is giving away $20,000 for a distraction-free vacation. To enter and for official rules, go to 20kvacay.com. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited. U.S. Cellular.
Well, Teddy, I've been watching the bench here, and Finley Dorio isn't getting off the bench. He isn't putting his helmet on, so it looks like the tremendous senior quarterback is going to be sitting this one out, unless hopefully maybe second half or something like that. But right now he's sitting on the trainer's table, which is the worst thing you ever want to see for a senior football player in a big game like this.
Well, there's still time. Hopefully he's able to get back in the game, whether it's this half or the second half. But right now they're going to have to do it without him. Waunakee getting ready to kick off after their first score of the night. 3:21 remaining in this first quarter. And it looked like that Kaukauna defense was standing up to them, and then they had that 3rd and 15.
Yep, that one big play made all the difference in the world in this first quarter so far. So we've seen a new quarterback coming in, as I mentioned, for Kaukauna. See if they can get some good field position off the kickoff on a clear and crisp night.
Elliott with the
a nice
kickoff, and they'll bring it out
to the end zone.
Yep.
Put that one into the parking lot. Wow.
Well, as we said, Kaukauna, the champions in the Fox Valley Association this year, 11-1 overall on the season. They lost to Fond du Lac this season, but they did knock off Kimberly. It was Kimberly's only loss of the season. And Kaukauna having themselves a heck of a season, second straight year that they're in the state semifinals. And then you look at what Waunakee has done in the Badger Large Conference, 12-0 overall on the season, and of course perfect in conference play. They've got a ton of first-team, second-team all-conference players, as you might expect. So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line as Kaukauna goes back to work.
The new quarterback in there for Kaukauna is number 18, Andrew Luckow, 5'11", 180 pounds. He's a junior. Quick score in here. Teddy, Wrightstown leads St. Croix Falls 7-0 in the first quarter. We've got a team, a local team, in every division this year, right?
We do.
That's unusual. Everyone.
The NBC 26, my new, or the TV 32 viewing area. Team in every division. Yeah, a little bit unusual. Good to see, though. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. And Luckow.
Completion.
Yep, going to pick up about 7 yards.
7 or 8. Nice job.
Bring up 3rd and short for the Galloping Ghosts.
Getting that first completion in there when you come into a ball game cold, which is never easy.
Yeah, Andrew Luckow, 3 of 6 passing on the season, 22 yards. So he hasn't had a lot of opportunities, has appeared in 5 games.
Well, Parker Shue is a veteran receiver who just received that one. He has over 700 yards receiving this year. Big factor for them. Move those chains. Don't give a great field position back on a 3rd and 1.
From the 29-yard line.
Big hole.
And a first down for the Galloping Ghost.
Nice job that time on the part of the offensive line for Kaukauna. They just blew that hole wide open. Big gain of about 8. And that's a much-needed first down right there for Kaukauna. If we can take another quick look at that, Teddy, I want to show you some of the bodies there, because we've talked about this Kaukauna offensive line. These guys are huge. This is one of the biggest offensive lines I've ever seen in high school football. And the job they do, look at this hole they just blew open right there. That was a nice job. Very nice job for the
against
first
a very big and talented, athletic defensive front 7 for Waunakee. So 1st and 10 from the 35. And Luckow will hand off. And I think in this situation, John, where you've got a quarterback that hasn't had a lot of time, he's coming in kind of in an emergency situation, you got to make sure you're going to the guys that have been there all season long, that have been on the field. So I think you're going to see a lot of plays on the ground.
Well, that was Aiden Reardon with the carry that time. He's only a sophomore, but he's played a bunch. We saw him have a heck of a game earlier this season. A gain of only 1, but just find a way to move those chains, get some momentum, let this quarterback get settled in. It's tough to come in a state semifinal game on a cold night and all of a sudden have to start lighting it up.
2nd and 9.
Play action.
And Luckow will go right over the middle, and it's picked off. Picked off near the 50-yard line, and room to run. It's number 4. And out of bounds inside the 25-yard line, and Waunakee is going to have great field position after the interception by Jake Bova.
Well, that's the one thing you fear the most, because you hate to have a young quarterback have his confidence shattered early in a ball game. I like the fact that they're aggressive, like the fact that they go back, let him set up and put it down there, and that safety was just hanging back. He thought he had one-on-one coverage, just watching the corner with the defensive back, and that safety just played it smartly, just played it like a center fielder. 6'2", 170. He's a nice-looking ball player for a safety in high school football.
Vance Johnson takes the snap, hands off. That time they go to
Rasmussen.
number 27. So we talked about him being another one of these great running backs. They really like to mix it up and keep you on your toes with some different looks from some different guys.
Yeah, he has over 500 yards rushing this season. 5'11", 200-pounder. He's a senior.
2nd and 7. And Johnson to the air looking for the end zone. And is that picked off? Was that caught?
Yes, it is.
And it is. Turnover. The Ghost got it right back, and it's number 23 for the Ghost. Van Dinter, the defensive back player of the year.
I was looking to see if he was out of the end zone, if he had caught it and hung on to it, but he hung on to it, and the ref was right there. Big play by Carson Van Dinter.
Van Dinter with his 4th interception of the season. That is huge.
Huge. Very huge.
9 seconds remaining in the quarter.
So Kaukauna with new life once again, following their turnover. And you know what? For the young quarterback for Kaukauna, at least he can say to himself, you know what? This kid's all world we're going against, and he throws them too.
So starting on the 20-yard line.
Stacked up over on that right side. Got that big defensive tackle over there.
Yep. And that's going to do it for the first quarter here in Ripon. A neutral site for Waunakee and Kaukauna. Waunakee with a 7-0 lead. You're watching the state semifinals on TV 32. So getting ready to start the second quarter. It is 7-0 Waunakee leading Kaukauna. This is a Division II state semifinal game. Level 4 is what they call it in for the WIAA. Ted Stefaniak and John Mino with you for this game tonight.
And if you tuned in late, Kaukauna lost their quarterback. Looked like an apparent knee injury. Was a phenomenal quarterback. They've got their backup in there right now, and he's in trouble, and he gets taken down hard by one of the big men for Waunakee. That defensive line is so aggressive. Ryan Busen, 6'2", 196, just bursts in that time. What I was going to say is the quarterback, Dorio, was walking around on the sidelines, Ted. He looked a lot better just walking around there when they first, helped him off the field. Maybe there's a chance we'll see him again in this ballgame.
Yeah, Boston came rushing in, second team all-conference for Waunakee. And this is going to back the ball up to the 10-yard line. A third and 20 coming up here. And that Waunakee defense has been as good as advertised.
You're exactly right. They are super aggressive. This is the most aggressive defense we've seen this year. Just the handoff.
That's going to be Kavanaugh. Or Kinchlow.
Yeah, gets a couple. And fourth down, punting from deep in their own territory. So it was a big defensive play, getting the interception in the end zone, but not able to do anything with it offensively for Kaukauna. And when you get a new quarterback in there too, Teddy, and he just, he didn't get a lot of playing time this year, but, as the course of the game goes, you develop that feeling for speed. I mean, you played big-time basketball, and there's a big difference between sitting on the bench and getting in there during real playing time and understanding the speed of a big-time basketball game. For a young quarterback like that, give him a chance during the course of this ball game. I think he'll get a much better feel for it.
This one's going to be fielded at the 44. So we'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Waunakee has the ball back, 1st and 10 from the 44. They take the deep shot.
Yep, going for the home run, going for the speedy wide receiver down there, David Emmerich. He had one-on-one coverage, but a nice job. These defensive backs have been doing a nice job for Kaukauna, not giving up that big ball. Some other
Waunakee's taking some shots here the last couple of times.
Shots, absolutely. I think they're trying to go for a kill early here.
Well, knowing that the starting quarterback is down for Kaukauna.
Right.
And get up on top, extend that lead in case he's able to come back. Here's a nice little run, and then caught from behind. It was Lindley with the carry.
And a real nice tackle over there by Logan Arft, number 74. along with Carson Van Dinter. Real nice play on the part of the Kaukauna defense, because at first I thought, oh man, is there a hole? And then they just kind of close it. Really nice. Well, actually it was kind of a combo. So 3rd and 7.
From the 40-yard line. And it is
the play from the
Waunakee.
sidelines.
Yeah, they're going to change things up here. Early in the second quarter.
Play action,
and Johnson.
Quarterback. Throw it behind the line, I believe.
And a
Short.
4th down coming up.
A unique play, wasn't it, Teddy? It was David Emmerich again. But the quarterback, did he throw that backwards?
Almost
as
looked
he was
like it.
running towards the line of scrimmage? That's something you don't see very often.
Yeah, our angle's a little bit different than what
Right, we're on the 20-yard line. We're normally on the 50. So
everything's skewed a little bit for
I'm
us.
not even going to guess at any measurements tonight. I'm way out of position.
So with a 4th and 2, Waunakee's lining up for a punt.
which is surprising, being on the 35.
Yeah, keep an eye on this one. Maybe some trickery here.
It
Yep,
is.
you bet.
Yep, here's a reverse.
And they stopped them. Turnover on downs. Kaukauna got the stop. We'll talk about it when we come back. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. So a huge stop by the Kaukauna defense gets the ball back for the Ghosts. 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line.
Isaac Moss, number 43, was the main focus on that play. Tough little run right there. Gain of 3. Yeah, let's take another look at that one, Teddy. Watch number 43. We had to think, we were thinking here too, really 4th and 2 on the 35? But look at what a great job 43 did right there. I almost think I wonder if that Kaukauna defense is saying to themselves, okay, our starting quarterback's out. It's up to us right now. We've got to play our best football game of the season against the best team we've faced all season.
That Isaac Moss that got the stop leads the team in tackles with 60 this season. 2nd and 8 now for the Ghosts, sitting on the 39. Look out, in trouble. Here comes the pressure. Yeah, they're going to keep pressure on him all night long.
Yeah, he didn't have much of a chance once again. It was big number 99, Wade Bryant, 212-pound senior, who came blasting in one more time. And, they're not going to pay too much attention to the play action. They're just going to pin their ears back. Number 56, Jake Durin, 6'1", 224. He's a senior. He was also in there. So from a 2nd and 7 to a 3rd and 13. And, if you're Kaukauna, you just want to say, let's avoid the big negative plays. Let's chop it up, but let's avoid the big negative plays.
What are you going to do here? 3rd and 12.
You know what? Number 5 looks like he's ready to come back in the ballgame.
But not on the field now, but a first down and more. Down the sideline he goes. It's Kinchlow looking for the end zone, and he is tackled and signal, yes! Touchdown, Kaukauna.
Kinchlow. Oh, my goodness, what a big play.
65 yards.
From the 35, just races down the right sideline. Watch this. What a big play for the Ghosts. Looks pretty routine, just taking up the middle. Dives to the outside. Got that one block, and look at him outrun people, Teddy. 3 purple and white jerseys following him, and just keeps his feet and dimes in for the touchdown. Cole Savala, 6 foot, 188-pounder, was chasing him down, but what a big play for Kaukauna, and the extra point is up, and it is good.
Ozzie Soto Sanchez with the extra point, and we are tied in Ripon. Kaukauna gets on the board at 7-7 versus Waunakee. You're watching Showdown, state semifinal action on TV 32. So a huge play and a turn of events here as Kaukauna gets on the board on a 65-yard run by Connor Kinchlow, and we are tied 7-7 between Kaukauna and Waunakee. Wow.
How about a couple of big plays, though, today? They go for the fake punt that really didn't fool anybody. Wouldn't you agree? 4th and 2 from the 35. Didn't really fool anybody. Great job on the part of Kaukauna, snuffing it out. Then 3rd and 13 to take it 65 yards for the touchdown to tie this one up. Nice boot again. Wow.
Fielded at about the 10-yard line. Right up the middle, and a great return out to about the 40-yard line. And again, good field position for Waunakee as they begin this next drive with just under 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Well, the Down and Distance tonight is brought to you by Gandred West Mason Value Center. Find the right vehicle at the right value for your money. Complete inventory online at gandredwest.com.
Well, that certainly put a little spring in everybody's step here in front of us, didn't it, though, Teddy? And, it'll be interesting to see because Finley Dorio had his helmet on during that series, was talking to the coaches. I wouldn't be shocked to see him come back in the ballgame.
1st and 10 from, we'll call it the 39.
It's a nice
and
run
again,
right there.
Skadden.
Yep. It looked like they had him down at about the line of scrimmage, but he did a nice job. These running backs are good. They're not overpowering. They're not that big or anything like that, but they just have a knack. I mean, look at that on first down with barely a hole. He picks up a first down.
Skadden, 64 carries coming into this game with 399 yards.
Quarterback keep
on the ground. And Johnson.
And he was taken down hard.
Yeah, I got about a yard and a half.
Isaac Moss, once again, as you mentioned, the leading tackler for Kaukauna. You can see why. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7 coming up. Ball on the, about the 47. Waunakee again with their no huddle. Spreading it out a little bit. They got 2 wide receivers far wide on the left.
Yep, including Caden McKenzie.
I mean, one is way wide past the hash marks. Holy cow.
Emmerich in the slot.
Straight up the middle, nice hole. And it closed. He'll have about 3, bring up 3rd and 3. As once again, down to the bottom of the pile, number 44, Sawyer Steinecke. 5'11", 277 pounds. Tell you what, this Kaukauna football team, Ted, we were talking, they had a pretty dismal down span, almost an era. And what they've done over the 8 or 10 years is pretty amazing, isn't it?
Matt Binsfeld, the head coach in his 8th season with Kaukauna as Waunakee picks up another first down.
Skadden again, he does a nice job with that stutter step, waits for the blocking to develop, then hits the hole hard. He could have hit the hole hard that time and probably run into a brick wall, but watch what he does. He just hesitates nicely. It's a smart running back. I guess at that size, too, you got to be a little bit smart, but look at this. Hesitate, finds the hole, wraps up, puts his head down.
First down, sniffed out. Looks like no gain.
No gain on this one because coming over on the far side once again, a man that we've called a few times, Carson Van Dinter, what's this, our 3rd Kaukauna game we've done this season?
Yep. Did not get out of bounds, so the clock continues to run, 5 minutes and counting.
So 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line.
2 receivers to the right this time. They got a receiver split wide to the left. They'll put a man in motion.
Quarterback keeper.
That's Skadden in motion, and Johnson takes it up the middle for another 2-yard gain. So 3rd and about 6 coming up.
Logan Arf, number 74, tripped him up that time because he had more yardage ahead of him if he didn't get him down. 3rd down and 6. Ball on the 32. Second quarter starting to wind down here.
Waunakee looks to the sidelines for the play. Looks like they got Lindley in the backfield with Johnson. 2 receivers on the left. They're looking that way. Now Johnson chased out to the right. Has a man coming over the middle, a huge hit.
Perfect timing.
And it was David Emmerich, the intended receiver, and a 4th down coming up.
Teddy, that was perfect timing. Watch this. Watch how he times this. When the ball gets there, watch this. A flag in the backfield, but not the defensive backfield. Look at this. Boom! Instantaneous.
And there was a flag that came in, and it's going to be holding on Waunakee.
So they will move it back. So it'd be 3rd and 6 from the 32. Or it'd be 4th and 6 from the 32. But they'll move it back 10. I'll tell you what, Teddy. This Kaukauna defense, they've come out to play, brother. They have come out to play. Wow.
Well, They play in a really tough conference, the Fox Valley Association.
Who's in that?
Yeah, there's a Kimberly team in there,
yeah,
and an
I've heard of
Appleton
them.
North, and
Yeah.
a Fond du Lac. And,
How about Nina?
and there's a Nina.
Yeah, they're pretty good too.
Yeah.
So big play here now, 3rd down. Quarterback keeper and taken
Johnson.
down.
4th down coming up, and it's going to be 4th and about 15.
Wow, Cole Tomchek, one of the gentlemen in there to make that play, number 82. So now I think we might see a legitimate punt, don't you?
Yeah, I would think so, but
You never know. Was it 4th and 15, would you say?
4th and 15. The ball's going to be sitting on the 41-yard line. 3:18 and counting in a tie game.
Kaukauna has nobody deep. You see this, Teddy?
I see
They
that.
don't have a return man. Their attitude is we're going to put 11 men up near the line of scrimmage. If they punt, fine. We'll just take it where it lands. But we're not going to allow them to do a fake to pick up a 1st down.
So the punter is Michael Mercury.
Taking a lot of time for the snap. And he does punt. And it might get into it does not. Dies, but not a bad bounce for Kaukauna at the 12-yard line.
That's where Kaukauna will have it. Hey, tonight's Smile Cam brought to you by North Star Dental Group. Changing your life by changing your smile. And before the game, everybody's smiling, trying to stay warm out there and getting ready for this big game. And we've got a great crowd here in Ripon for this neutral site showdown.
Kaukauna traveled
Two
well,
great
didn't they?
teams.
Holy man.
North Star Dental.
Shut down Electric City tonight. Yeah, that's their nickname, right? Electric
do.
City. Did you know that?
I knew that.
I thought you didn't know.
It's
How did
right
you know
on
that?
their water tower there.
All right. Fine, Teddy. Wow.
So they'll start on their 11-yard line. The Galloping Ghosts go back to work. Kinchlow.
And you know who's in that quarterback?
Finley Dorio back in.
Good to see. Wow, that's great to see. So I mentioned being a senior especially. You hate injuries. We talk to Mark Husen from Belvin all the time about high school athletes getting injured, but especially when it's a senior and a potentially a last game, you want to go out on as high a note as possible, and good for that young man coming back there, number 5, back on the field after leaving what looked to be a sprained ankle. A sprained knee.
Back on the field, but it was Kinchlow that picked up 9 yards to bring up a 2nd and 1. Well, it'll be interesting to see how Kaukauna wants to handle these last 2 minutes of the first half. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Dorio in trouble, and you got to keep an eye on this guy all night long. Wade Bryan, we talked about him before. His 2nd sack of the game. First team defensive end this season. 50 tackles, 10 sacks coming into this one.
Does that hurt? From 2nd and 1 to now 3rd and 11. They can't handle that guy. That guy is unstoppable. They're going to have to bring a fullback over, a tight end over. They're going to have to double team him because they're not able to stop him right now with the way they're blocking him. Number 99 right there. But, if you're Kaukauna, you have to say, man, if we just could have gotten that 1st down, get down to inside of a minute,
Well, no. You would think of passing down, but on 3rd and 15,
Screen, maybe?
they busted one for 65 yards, and they go back to Kinchlow, who's going to be close to a 1st down.
But that was a nice gain. Get him out to the 19.
Yeah, about a 9-10-yard pickup.
Right. I wish they would have done that on the down before. So a timeout call now by Waunakee, so they'll get the ball back with about a minute left to play, a little less than a minute in this first half.
Well, we'll see what Kaukauna wants to do here.
I
would imagine they're
It's a
going to.
long one. That's 2 yards, actually. The ball is on the 19, and the yard marker's on the 21. Or what's the new saying in the NFL on that now? The line of gain?
Line of gain?
What in the world is a line of gain? I've been watching football since they first came out with face masks.
I think that's the official term.
Line of gain. It's never been used in
First
the history
down marker.
Yes. You can't use just first down marker, huh? Yeah.
Layman's terms.
Okay. The line of gain.
The line of gain.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is a big one. The winners of this game moving on to the state championship game to take on the winner of Hamilton and Franklin. Franklin leading that game 14-0 in the first half.
It's another team that's made its way around this level of playoffs over the years.
We've seen Franklin on Showdown a couple of years ago when they took on Appleton North in a state semifinal game.
Heartbreaking loss for North that night. Had that lead going into the fourth quarter.
So Kaukauna lines up to punt. And Tucker Hoffman waiting for the snap. And gets this one off at the 10-yard line. Fair catch signal at the 45. And that's where Waunakee will take over with 57 seconds remaining in this first half.
So Kaukana's defense, as we mentioned, has been playing really good football. The one thing, more than anything in the world, you don't want to do right now is get a little bit demoralized by giving up a big play for Waunakee. You do have time to drive it down, but you just don't want that home run play.
From our lot to your driveway, our tools help you find a vehicle quickly and easily. Whit Ford, your trusted Ford dealer.
We'll have scores from a bunch of the other ball games taking place around the state tonight at halftime, Teddy.
Checking on that. We'll also have an interview with the aforementioned Mark Hewson from Bell and Health.
Down. I think there might have been motion.
Yeah, the receiver took off early. It was Emmerich that looked like he jumped.
So bring up 1st and 15. Just inside a minute to go. Ball right at midfield at the 50. So we'll have to go to the 35 now for the, what is it called again? The line of gain?
Line of gain. Well, you brought it up, my friend.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So this is a 1st and 15, and Johnson winds up. Yeah. Oh, and a flag comes in.
Wow.
Well, they were looking for number 9, Robert Booker II. A couple of defenders back there, and 2 flags came in there, John.
Right. Yeah, they did. 2 came in. The refs had them surrounded. Is it pushing off on the part of Waunakee? I think that's what it is. It's a big wide receiver out there for Waunakee. 6'6", 270 pounds. Okay.
Tom Senecal discussing with his crewmates.
Is there also a flag back at midfield?
Yes.
Okay, pass interference against Kaukauna. Illegal man downfield. Okay, offsetting. You know, I thought he was trying to set up a screen, Ted. And I thought that Kaukauna did a nice job of holding that off. And I think that's when he went for his other option to go deep downfield. So I think some of his guys were still expecting a screen and did go downfield.
So the penalty's offset. So we'll replay the down, 1st and 15. From the 50-yard line. Penalties coming into play here right up the middle, and a big hit near the 40-yard line.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this Kaukauna team, they are coming out, and they are just playing their butts off with the way they're hitting this team.
Yeah, that was Lindley on the carry and took the big hit.
Yeah.
Hey, every time a team reaches the opponent's 20-yard line, they're inside the Gallagher's Pizza Red Zone. Check out their restaurants in Suamico and De Pere, as well as 2 locations in Green Bay on West Mason Street and Webster Avenue. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, Irish spirit.
It's been a heck of a first half, Teddy.
Yeah, not a lot of scoring, but look at the defense from these 2 teams.
From both
My
sides,
goodness.
no question about it. And early on, when Waunakee got their first touchdown, and Kaukauna lost their quarterback, and then they had a turnover early on, you had to think to yourself, could this one go south early for Kaukauna? But then Kaukauna came back with that interception, which was a big play to stymie Waunakee deep inside their territory. So we'll see what happens here over the next 39 seconds.
Oh, 2nd and 4 coming up. A long 4 for Waunakee. Ball sits on the 39-yard line. And Vance Johnson has a man over the middle through the fingertips, and a 3rd down coming up with 34 seconds to go. Hey, tonight's instant replays that you're seeing, well, it's brought to you by Simon's Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese Little Chute.
Still say one of our favorite pregame meals of the year. Although that chili we had tonight by our crew member was phenomenal.
Yeah, Ben brought in some bison chili.
Bison chili. That was fantastic. But the night we're in Little Chute, went to Simon's for the cheese sandwiches. Wasn't that fun?
That was fun. 3rd and 4.
Quarterback keep.
Johnson will try the left side, has the first down, takes a big hit, spins down, spun down near the 30-yard line.
So a first down, number 25 with the hit that time for Kaukauna. Did a nice job dropping him. Jason Schiffert.
Ball up to the 30, fresh set of downs. Clock continues to tick. Johnson,
plenty. Wow.
All day to throw. Now will take off. And looking for the first down, and he's got it as he runs out of bounds to stop the clock. They'll get a fresh set of downs, and they're going to be at the 19-yard line inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone.
I'll tell you what, he is quick. He is an athlete. He's got an arm. That kid has a future in college football, you would have to think, with the tools that he brings to the table. He's outstanding.
Waunakee now with 13 seconds to work with before the end of the half, trying to take the lead.
Trying to see. I can't see the scoreboard, Teddy. How many timeouts do they have left? Can you tell? We're in a unique position here. We can't see a lot.
And a timeout taken by Kaukauna. Well, Kaukauna Buses is hiring. Top pay for part-time work with flexible hours. Visit Kaukauna.com. Kaukauna Buses, family pride in every ride. And we saw those big, beautiful Kaukauna coach buses outside the stadium tonight. They brought in the Kaukauna team. Pretty fancy buses.
I'll tell you what, that was impressive, those buses. I'm serious. You were talking to the guy from Kaukauna a little bit there, and you're trying to find out if you get a part-time job, maybe driving the teams around once in a while, things like that. And I think you'd be awesome at that, Teddy. I really do. But aren't they great-looking buses?
Great looking.
Wow.
And that's nice this time of the year when you're able to get those teams on those really nice coach buses. And you know, both teams hoping to take those coach buses to Camp Randall next week.
We had the big old yellow school buses, yellow and black. Is that what you guys had?
Yeah.
Of course, you were in the city. Would you take cabs? Take the subway?
No, they were buses.
Buses, okay.
Buses back in the 80s. They did not have heat or shocks.
Isn't that
or shocks.
Yes, you're exactly right. I agree with you on that.
A little nicer these days.
Yep.
In Chicago. All right, 1st and 10 from the 19. And Lindley gets the call across the 15, still on his feet.
On his feet, yep.
Yeah, out to the about the 14-yard line.
Taken down by Isaac Moss, whose name we've called a bunch. A timeout called now by Waunakee with 6 seconds left. So they're going to have to go into the end zone on this play to try to get something going, unless they wanted to try for 3. But once again, their kicker, he missed earlier tonight, a short field goal. So he's 2 for 4 in field goals for the season, but an incredible 57 of 57 on extra points.
Now, we'll see what they decide to do here. In the meantime, we'll tell you that all things gold, silver, and platinum, we are the Fox Cities experts. Vakes, Fox Valley Coin, and Diamond.
Line to gain. I just got a text. Somebody said it's line to gain.
What were you saying?
Line to go or something?
No, you didn't say
what was I
you
saying?
said line to gain.
Did I say line to gain? Break the tie, Mark. Okay.
I think you said that.
Line to gain. All right. I don't like that term at all. And they are going to try a field goal. Or at least they're lining up to try a field goal.
Yeah. So it's a 2nd and 4. They're sitting on the 13. They're going to spot the ball at the 20. So a 30-yard field goal attempt here for Waunakee. Owen Elliott.
Timeout called by Kaukauna.
Yeah, try to ice the kicker.
And I know I just mentioned it, but again, this is about the same distance where he missed from in the first quarter. Roughly at the other end of the field, but roughly, yeah.
We'll see what they can do. Hey, Security Lupke Roofing is a proud sponsor of Sports Showdown. If you're looking for roofing, siding, gutters, gutter protection, and attic installation, well, check out 920roofing.com or give them a call, 920-ROOFING.
All righty. Tell you what, Lupke, tomorrow is Veterans Day.
Yeah.
And Lupke, good friends of mine, Shannon Alberts and the entire gang, they have always been so supportive of veterans and veteran causes, you can't believe it. Just absolutely tremendous.
And I know you are so active with our veterans. We want to say an early Happy Veterans Day to everyone out there, but I know you're going to be out to plenty of events tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow I'll be at Duck Creek VFW in Howard. They always do a huge event, breakfast for veterans. We're taping a show there. This morning I was at Denmark Middle School. They put on a beautiful pageant for veterans.
So back to action we go here. And again, a 30-yard field goal attempt to try to break this tie for Waunakee. Owen Elliott waits for the snap. The hold is down, and the kick is up, and
Wow,
it is good.
Just got through.
It is good. And Waunakee takes a 3-point lead, 10-7, as time expires here at Ripon High School. Wow, what a first half, and again, a state semifinal matchup. One of these two teams is heading to Madison next week to play for the Division II state champion. It's going to be an exciting second half. Stick around. Coming up at half, we'll go through some of the scores around the state involving all the teams fighting for a chance to get to Camp Randall. Plus, we've got a special interview with our special guest from Bell and Health, Mark Houston. That's coming up next. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Well, it is halftime here in Ripon. We've got a very special guest. You know him, Mark Houston from Bell and Health. Thank you so much. And thank you and Bell and Health for all the sponsorships you guys have done the last couple of years. You guys have been a great supporter of high school football the last few years.
Thank you guys for the support. It's just a matter of getting that great information out to our general public, the students, the schools, everyone.
What a different level. I mean, way back in our day, Teddy, I mean, you'd have like a student trainer or somebody like that, or maybe somebody would volunteer that, had some medical training. You guys are so professionally fully staffed at how many different schools? How big of a region?
Yeah, we got 33 school districts in the UP and the Northeast Wisconsin. I think our biggest thing is just trying to take care of kids, communities, coaches, whatever it is. We want to be there for them.
Well, the cool thing is you don't just see them on Friday nights. You make sure you're available during the week.
Yeah, and as we know, that phone call sometimes comes in when someone's on the road or unexpectedly injured themselves at home. It's not always on the football field.
Good point.
Yeah, and of course, if anyone is injured, you've got the walk-in clinic, a free visit for that first initial visit.
Yeah, we got walk-in clinic actually in Marinette and in Green Bay. Great opportunity for someone that has a body part that's injured.
One of the things we talk about, Mark, some of these, we stress for athletes to be multi-sports athletes. And I know Waunakee, in fact, their coach made a point of that, right, Teddy, about how they really stress for these kids to play other sports. But there's that fine line between too much and taking a break after a grueling football season, right?
Yeah, it's been a long season, so, these guys have been going since August 1st. The biggest thing is take that time off. But, again, we also will say, play different sports. They've been playing football. Join basketball, do wrestling. But if you choose not to, then take that break off, but then get back in the off season.
Yeah, you get that time off, but those folks that haven't been playing a fall sport, of course, those winter sports are starting up. Physicals are very important this time of the year as well.
Yeah, it is. And, if on Monday, when basketball starts or wrestling starts, if your physical's not in, you better get it because you're probably not practicing on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. So, get in, follow up with your primary care physician.
And one thing, not to scare anybody, but like when we had physicals, it's pretty perfunctory. It was very little. It was one or two things. Now people are finding other potential problems from these physicals, aren't they?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, everyone in the state of Wisconsin, most states, there's a detailed form that you really need to, it's not just checking of, hey, how you feeling? It's checking everything from internal organs in your heart and your head. Did you have a prior concussion? Do you have other injuries you have to worry about? Are you healthy? Are you ready to go? Let's go then.
That's top notch.
Yeah. And then the mental health part of things also come into play. It could be a long season, a long school year, and then with the season changing, time changing, a lot of things going on with these kids these days.
A lot of stuff does go on, and if you're having that, if it's anxiety or stress or whatever, to say something and get in. We have so many opportunities to get in. It's not an embarrassment to say, hey, I need help on this.
You still enjoy it, though, being out here on Friday nights, don't you?
Yeah, I do. It's just another great night. This is a beautiful, great November night.
It's great night for football for November 10th.
Yeah, we'll take it this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we got a whole second half coming your way in just a few moments. Mark Houston, Bell and Health, again, thank you so much for your sponsorship for Sports Showdown.
Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back after this timeout. You're watching Sports Showdown. 3-point lead for Waunakee over Kaukauna. We're at Ripon High School at Ingold Field. A beautiful facility here. And what a game we've seen here in the first half, John.
Yeah, we really have. As we mentioned, if you joined us late, Kaukauna's tremendous superstar quarterback went out very early with what looked to be a sprained knee, a twisted knee, something like that. The young junior quarterback came in, handled himself very well, did throw one interception, but you know what? The superstar quarterback for Waunakee threw it as well. The story of this ball game, I think so far, the Kaukauna defense against Waunakee's high-powered offense. That has been the story of the way those defenders are playing right now for the Galloping Ghosts.
You bet. When we come back, we'll take a look at all the scores around the state, see who's in position to punch their ticket to Camp Randall Stadium in the state championship game next week. That's coming up next on Showdown. I'm back at Ripon High School, this semifinal between Waunakee and Kaukauna, where Waunakee leads 10-7. Let's get right to all the scores around the state. All these games now at halftime. We start in Division I, Kimberly, Marquette. That game is tied at 7-7. The winner of that one will take on the winner of Hamilton and Franklin. In Division II, it is Waunakee. Of course, you saw our game right here at the first half.
But now it's 10-7.
It is 10-7, and the winner of this one will take on the winner of Sun Prairie East and Badger. In Division III, Notre Dame, trailing Rice Lake 14-0 at half. They'll take on the winner of Grafton and Stoughton.
Make that 14-7 now, Teddy.
14-7, Rice Lake. Absolutely. And then also in Division IV, hey, look at this score.
That
Luxembourg
is huge.
Casco up 20-7 at half on Catholic Memorial, a powerhouse in the state. Winner of that one gets Baldwin Woodville Lodi. In Division 5, it is Wrightstown leading St. Croix Falls at half. The winner of that one gets Aquinas or Horicon. Kewanee, they are also winning at half, an 8-point lead over Darlington. And in Division 7, Reedsville trails Blackhawk Warren, Illinois. So a team from our area in every single division going into this round.
That's phenomenal, and some different ones. You know, we've seen Fond du Lac Spring so often down there in different teams, but the big one right now that you have to jump out on is Catholic Memorial getting beat by Luxembourg Casco.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that game and all the games around the state. Our game, second half action coming up after this timeout. You're watching Showdown. Back in Ripon. State semifinal game getting ready to start the second half with Waunakee leading Kaukauna 10-7. Ted Stefaniak, John Mino with you for the game tonight. It was an exciting first half, John. Not a lot of scoring, but we have seen some outstanding defensive efforts.
I've seen some defensive plays on the part of Kaukauna tonight that are as impressive as any plays I've seen by any team all season. And it might be partly because when they knew their quarterback was out, their all-conference quarterback, that they knew they had to take it up to a different notch. They did. They've been playing tremendous defense against a team. How many points do they average a game this year, Teddy? Like 49?
Yeah. Yes, they do. 49, and they average giving up less than 5 points a game. So Kaukauna kicking off to Waunakee, and a good return out to the 40-yard line, and that's where the Warriors of Waunakee will begin the first drive of the third quarter.
So I'll tell you what, it's going to be an interesting story here because we see the young quarterback. I shouldn't say young quarterback. I guess he's a senior, but they're all young in high school. But the all-star quarterback is warming up on the sidelines for Kaukauna, so hopefully we'll see him in the ball game. If for no other reason, as I mentioned before, you're a senior and you want to get every ounce of your high school career, you want to earn it on the field.
Waunakee on offense now, and their quarterback has been effective tonight as well. Vance Johnson takes the snap, and they'll give to Lindley. Lindley off to the races, down the sideline, the far sideline, one man to beat. And he is pushed out of bounds inside the 20. A huge play for the Waunakee Warriors to start this second half.
Well, that's that Ben Lindley we were talking about. He's 6'1", 180. He's a senior, over 1,100 yards rushing this year, 21 touchdowns, and came into this ball game averaging a mind-boggling 11.5 yards a carry. You get a few like those, that helps bring the average up, doesn't it, though?
Well, you make adjustments in the locker room.
And then that happens.
And a big-time play. Now spinning, and inside the 5-yard line. What a big play, a big run for Sebastian Rasmussen.
Yeah, he's 200 pounds, 5'11". He came into the ball game with 500 yards rushing, and wow, has one. All those things I said about Kaukana's defense like about a minute ago. Ooh.
And Rasmussen again, and he is in. Touchdown, Waunakee.
Holy cow.
35 seconds into the second half, and they are on the scoreboard once again.
Okay, that was absolutely incredible. I have to eat my words, but it's not going to take away from a phenomenal first half for Kaukauna, but I don't know what Waunakee did here in the second half. But you know, Teddy, they're really going more with their bread and butter. It seemed like in the first half they almost got a little cute at times when they're such a they've got 50 touchdowns on the ground coming into this ball game, and it seemed like they're trying to go deep with the pass and things like that. I think this time they said, let's dance with the one that brought us here.
The extra point, low snap. Good job by the holder to get this one down cleanly, and the kick is up and good. 17-0, Waunakee with a big
17-7.
Absolutely. 17-7. Waunakee leading Kaukauna. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Showdown.
Well, that was an incredible drive by Waunakee, Teddy, and that's the Waunakee I think that most teams have seen this season when they beat teams. And just to go back in their season, and there's the touchdown run once again by Rasmussen. 51-14, 30-7, 31-0, 63-0, 69-7, 58-0, 48-0, 49-6, 52-0, 49-6, 42-0, and 49-13 are their final scores of their 12 wins this season. They are a good football team.
Well, a fast start here in the second half. We'll see how Kaukauna responds. Waiting for the kickoff here. And this is going to be, they're going to let this go.
Boy, we see a lot of great high school kickers these days. It's
Absolutely.
incredible.
Hey, free of charge, walk in for an injury assessment and immediate evaluation by the Bellin Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics team. Save the cost of an ER or urgent care visit for sports injuries for every member of your family. Play like a kid, heal like a pro. Bellin Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
Okay, let's see Kaukauna here. They've got their quarterback back in the ball game. Hopefully there's no ill effects for him, and let's see what the Kaukauna offense can do to try to match up with Waunakee.
And they will hand off inside, and Aiden Reardon gets the carry.
He's going to be a good one, Teddy. He's only a sophomore. We've seen him have some really big plays so far this season. He's going to be a fun one to watch. In fact, one of the ball games, he was kind of like their main man, if you remember that. We saw him earlier this year. And again, just a sophomore, it's going to be fun to watch him. Didn't gain much on that one.
I believe his first carry tonight.
Yeah, but that other guy came in, Sam Hogland, who came into this ball game with 129 tackles for Waunakee. 129 tackles.
No gain on that last carry. Now Dorio to the air, has a man, he connects, and looks like a first down as they connect with Nolan Hall, who's had a big season. Honorable mention, all conference this year with 500 yards receiving and 6 touchdowns.
And that has to feel good for the quarterback, Dorio, to come into the ball game after suffering that injury, comes back, throws a real nice pass, puts it exactly where he has to for a first down.
Ball up to the 32-yard line.
Not a bad hole, gain of almost 4. Taking the ball that time, Connor Kinchlow. And gets about 3. Second down and 7, ball right on the 35.
Kinchlow responsible for the only points of the game so far by Kaukauna. They had a 65-yard touchdown run in the second quarter.
If you missed that one, we have to show that one again at some point during this ball game.
How about in the postgame show?
Or in the postgame show. That one was absolutely sensational. Do we have a postgame show? We'll do it
sure
tonight.
do.
All right.
We sure do.
We'll show it.
We're going to go through all the scores. Who's going to state? Dorio, deep drop. And they've got Kinchlow and... you got 6-7 Warriors closing in quickly. This is such a tough defense from Waunakee.
Savala, number 11, was one of the first guys in there. He blasted in there so hard that the receiver and his offensive lineman ended up colliding. Look at this. This is one of the most aggressive attacking defenses we've seen in a long time, Ted. I think it definitely is this year. But do you remember a few years back, Fond du Lac had just an incredibly aggressive defense. Remember that?
Yes.
And they played in the state semis against Kimberly that year at Titan Stadium and got beaten overtime. This is what that defense reminds me of.
They are a great unit. 3rd and 10,
They're
looking
coming.
for a stop, and
Nice
they
pass.
have the connection.
And a first down.
Beautiful
Nice
play. It was
play,
Kavanaugh Weinenberg with the reception, spun out of the tackle and picked up about an extra 5 yards.
Waunakee brought a blitz from their left side. The quarterback saw it. He stayed calm. He knew the guy was coming in hard, and he was probably going to take a shot, but he waited till his man cleared, threw it on the muddy, and a nice job after the catch.
You talk about that experience that Dorio brings, that calming effect, the senior with over 2,000 yards passing this season. And looking for a man. Yeah, looking for Weinberg again.
Yeah, just overshot him that time. Weinberg was open in the flat. Wasn't going to gain much or anything, to be honest with you, because Cameron Mariano was closing in on him quickly.
That is such a tough angle to catch a ball.
Is.
The Packers make it look real easy.
Yeah.
Remember Devontae Adams made that look real easy.
Yeah.
That's not an easy catch.
No, that really and truly isn't. Boy, I like the way Dorio throws a football, though, and as you said, most valuable player in the conference this year, or offensive
player there,
Yep.
you bet. That's a pretty good conference
That's
you're
not
talking
bad.
about. So 2nd and 10 from the 45.
Nice gain. Number 44 with another tackle.
Yeah, you mentioned, how would Kaukauna respond after such a quick strike to begin the second half? And I think Kaukauna, to their credit, not panicking.
Not at all.
Not panicking.
No.
Let's just do what we do
Yep.
and not change anything.
Ooh, hit a stone wall there, though, I'll tell you that. No gain at all.
Yep. And a fourth down coming up.
That was Connor Kitchlow. What do you do here, Coach?
You're at
4th and 5,
midfield.
Whew, down by 10.
8 minutes left in
I
the
think
second.
they're going for it. I don't see any new bodies coming into the ball game. Dorio stays in. Hey, a trip to Camp Randall is at stake. You know what? You got to do it.
Playing against one of the best teams in the state. You're trying to get to state for the first time since 1992. Dorio looks to the right side, has a man, and he's really close.
I don't think so. Although the Waunakee bench was right in front of them, they're not exactly celebrating.
Tom Senecal will come
And
over
again,
and
we're
take
the-
a look. They might measure this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna measure.
Yep.
Let's roll that back again, guys. Can you roll that back for us? They're going to bring the chains out. Actually, let's stay with this, guys. Sorry, let's stay with this.
I'm going to put my glasses on it.
Yeah, the players are
Yeah, it's hard
blocking
to
the
see,
view.
Yeah.
And look for the call from Tom Senecal.
Waunakee
We're in the
says
white cap.
short.
They are really taking a close look at it, and it's a first down. Wow.
I mean, the Waunakee kids there were all saying, didn't get it. And they were looking at it, and Tom literally, he got down almost on his hands and knees to take a look at that. Wow. That was as close as you can get. And this is actually a better angle than we have from where we're standing. So right there he had it. Yeah, no question. So right there he had it.
Of course, high school cannot go back and look at our replays.
but
If they had, though,
Right.
you would have seen that they had it. So.
Absolutely.
So the drive continues. 1st and 10 from the Waunakee 45. Under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Dorio's got a couple of receivers to the left, one to the right. He goes to the right, and a
Has
quick
his man
hitter.
again. Number 7, Nolan Hall.
Yeah, Hall played such a big role in that second round game we saw Kaukauna play
That's right.
against West Appear.
That's right. Very big ball game. What a game that was, huh, Ted?
And remember, West Appear and Kaukauna met in the state semis last year.
That's right.
West Appear won that game going on to the state championship game.
So nice pickup at 1st down. Make it 2nd down and 5. Now inside Waunakee territory at the 40.
Dorio, he's got 3 receivers to the left this time. Instead, they hand it off again, and that is going to be Kinchlow.
Right. Not a bad carry, but it'll bring up a 3rd and 3. Every tackle by Waunakee just seems so aggressive, doesn't it? It's not just a nice tackle.
They're wrapping up.
It's a wrap up and throw down tackles. 3rd and about 2.5, I would say.
I mean, we've
Just
talked
tough.
about it.
They're just a tough football team. You got to give them all the credit in the world.
So 3rd and 3 for Kaukauna, who kept this drive alive on a 4th and 5 conversion.
Nice hole.
And that looks like it's going to be another first down.
That was a nice job of the right-hand side of that offensive line for Kaukauna that time. They really blew open a nice hole on 3rd and short. Waunakee had to know something like that was coming, but just a really nice job on the part of the offensive line. Let's take a look on the right-hand side there of Kaukauna. Just right there, getting down low in the trenches and give them enough for the first down to the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 35 for Kaukauna.
Fake
Play
the
action.
Kinchlow, and they
Has a man.
connect.
Another nice catch.
And a flag
Weinberg-
comes in. You might have a face mask in
not
here.
Weinberg. It was Parker Shue. Yeah, and the flag came down right away.
So the get the call from Tom Senecal.
And it is a face mask. So drive continues for Kaukauna here. A very impressive drive. You know, I love the passing motion of Dorio. He just gets it back by his ear and lets it fly. Just a real nice, easy flowing motion. Not a lot of moving parts. Real smooth.
And continuing this drive into the Gallagher's Pizza red zone. Fresh set it down, sitting on the 16-yard line. Dorio handoff again, and Kinchlow again.
And again, number 44 with a tackle. Averaging over 10. Oh, no huddle this time for Kaukauna. That's the first time we've seen that tonight, Teddy.
Changing it up.
Gain of about 5.
Kinchlow in the backfield with Dorio. And it is again
another
Connor
big
Kinchlow
haul.
looking for the end zone, held up. Oh, he's just shy.
I think it was, I'm not sure who it was. It was Verstegen or Glenn Denning. Just opened a massive hole for him that time. Take another look at it right here. Take a look at this hole coming on the left side.
Yeah, number 65, Mitch Verstegen.
Yep, and number 77, Matthew Shea.
Verstegen
Great
heading
job.
to Indiana next year.
77, Matthew Schoenmaker.
Play for the Hoosiers.
Yep.
So first and goal from the 1. And again, it is Dorio and Kinchlow in the backfield. They will go to Kinchlow, and Kinchlow is in for the Galloping Ghost touchdown.
What an impressive drive just when they needed it. If you tuned in late after halftime, in 3 plays, and how many seconds was it for?
35 seconds.
35 seconds for Waunakee. They went about 65 yards for a touchdown. It was absolutely incredible. And you think Kaukauna would have their daubers down a little bit. They came back with just a hard-nosed, impressive scoring drive of their own.
And the extra point is good. So, Kaukauna gets back within 3. It's 17-14 in Ripon. We'll be back after this timeout. 17-14, getting a little more interesting here in this Division II state semifinal matchup. Waunakee with a 3-point lead, but Kaukauna answers the quick strike of Waunakee, and man, we've got ourselves a ball game.
Nobody gets to this round with smoke and mirrors, Teddy. Every team playing tonight is a really, 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 really good football team, but these two are exceptional as far as how they're playing football tonight, aren't they? Just exceptional.
So Kaukauna with the kickoff, and this one will be fielded on the 10-yard line and brought down. So that's where Waunakee will take over when we come back. You're watching Showdown. First and 10 from the 26.
Quick
And
pass. Yeah, Kaukauna
not a turnover.
Kaukauna was saying it was behind the line of scrimmage, but it was incomplete. It wasn't behind. It wasn't a backward pass.
It was a first and 10 from the 26 as Waunakee takes over. Both teams have scored in this third quarter.
Caden McKenzie, the intended receiver that time. Nice target, 6'3", 182.
So the incomplete pass brings up second and 10 from the 26. 5:25 remaining in this third quarter. And
Stacked up.
Yeah, right at the line of scrimmage.
Lindley stacked up. You see that defense, big number 58, getting up at the bottom of the pile for Kaukauna as they are just playing some tremendous defense once again. Skylar Benich. Benach. Taking him down. And boy, Mr. Weber's been in there all night long, hasn't he? Sam Weber, number 32.
So a big 3rd and 9 deep in their own territory. Vance Johnson takes a snap. He wants to pass, looking to the left side, goes to that side, and has a first down.
That was an impressive throw.
And a flag.
A little scuffle on the sidelines.
And the officials get in there quickly to break things up.
I think Robert Booker, 6'6", 217 pounds, number 9, was the receiver. And a little bit of a scuffle. Did a flag fly at all, Ted?
A flag did fly, possibly a late hit or a hit out of bounds. And we'll see what this is about as the officials get together. And
okay, so here's the reception.
And it is going to be unsportsmanlike against Kaukauna.
Just held on a little too long there when he had him out of bounds.
Yep.
Should just
So
let
that's
him
going to
go.
help out
That's
Waunakee.
a big one. Wow.
Yeah, they already had the first down on the pass. It was a great pass.
Great pass. I mean, that's the quarterback that we're talking about, Vance Johnson. That was his best pass of the night.
You got to make sure you
huge
don't
penalty.
make mistakes, no turnovers when you're in a situation like this. So Waunakee trying to take advantage. Now into a Kaukauna territory on the 45. And Lindley
Spinning and spinning and spinning for a nice gain.
Yeah, about a 7 or 8 yard gain.
Again, he came into this ball game just a tremendous season so far. 21 touchdowns, 1,100 yards rushing. So he gained 8, so bring up 2nd and 2 from the 38.
And now Lindley again. Met at the line of scrimmage. The Ghosts were waiting for him.
Met hard at the line of scrimmage. The whole interior of that line and middle linebackers coming up. Big defensive play by Kaukauna right there. They're going to need a couple more here on this drive. Luke Tetzloff, number 29, one of the ones coming in there quickly.
Harft also in there as well.
So
He's
3rd
been
and 2.
in on a lot of plays. From the 37. And met in the backfield. You bet. 4th down coming up for Waunakee.
Big play by Kaukauna right there. Number 55 once again getting in there and making the stop. Hunter Myers. Just grabbing him right there, taking him down. Big play. Big play by Kaukauna. So 4th and 2 now. Right at the line of scrimmage. Kaukauna fans trying to get into it here. Ball on the 37-yard line.
They need 2 yards to keep the drive going. Kaukauna looking for a stop.
Quarterback.
A flag flies. Let's see who this will go against. And it's
Illegal procedure
going to back
against
up the
Waunakee.
Warriors.
Wow. I'll bring up about a 4th and 8.
Now do you want to change your mind? Do you want to
If I was
punt?
Waunakee, I would punt. With the way Kaukauna controlled the football on that last drive, I would personally. I know and it looks like they are, but we know they tried that one fake. I don't think they're going to try a fake out near midfield.
Yeah, I
In a
wouldn't
ball
think so.
game like this.
3-0.
But you know what?
And counting here in the 3rd.
Kaukauna does not have anybody deep once again. Oh, yeah. No, they don't. Kaukauna does not have anybody deep. They have all 11 men up near the line of scrimmage, anticipating a fake.
So the ball got pushed back to the 42. The punter is standing near the 46 of the 46-yard line. This one's going to bounce into the end zone.
So pretty nice job by Kaukauna that time. Having all 11 men up, nobody deep. So here we go.
You bet. Hey, tonight's Instant Replay is brought to you by Simon's Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese Little Chute.
Well, we've got to change one of the scores here, Teddy. Luxembourg Casco now trails 27-20 to Catholic Memorial.
Yeah, they had such a big lead against the, you know, you talk about perennial powers. You got the Waunakees, you got Catholic Memorials,
forever. The Fondy Springs, which didn't make it this year.
Kimberly's,
Yep.
Stratfords,
Yep.
Edgar's. Yeah, it's an exclusive party this time of the year.
It certainly is.
Dorio.
Little short, yep. Little low that time.
Little low, looking for
Hall.
Nolan Hall.
Just a little, little low. I like that they're coming out aggressive like this, though. Dorio comes to the sideline to get the play.
Don't hold anything back.
No, they're not. Why? What are you going to save it for, right? It's a long off season, and it's, your careers come to an end for a lot of kids tonight, obviously.
Only 4 teams playing in each division tonight. 2 of them will move on to Camp Randall Stadium later this week.
What a thrill that is, though, huh? Isn't that incredible?
It's amazing to get to this level.
Yep.
So Dorio, he's got a trio of receivers to the left. And goes right, looking for a man, and that is caught.
Catch.
Caught and fighting for the 50. He's going to be shy of the 50. The ball gets popped out at the end, but I'm not so sure he wasn't down. Well, no call from the officials yet, so they're going to...
He's slow getting up.
I think they're going to say he was down.
With the fumble, right. And once again, that's Nolan Hall. What a great catch. Nice, a very nice throw by Doria, but what an outstanding one-on-one catch. Kind of a jump ball. Man, I love the way he throws that football. Look at him going up, gets the receiver, gets the defensive back turned around. Big play up to almost the 50-yard line at the 49.
Kind of tough to see where that ball popped out, but we play on. Kaukauna has the ball. You want to take another look at it, John?
Sure. Connor Kitchlow with the short gain that time. Gain of about half a yard. But he went up so nice to make that catch. And then he comes down with it. Looks like he had the wind knocked out of him momentarily. Fighting. The defensive back trying to strip it from him. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, it's close.
But we had his back to us, so we didn't know.
Yeah, you can't see exactly where it popped out. But again, no replay available at the high school level at this level 4. So, 2nd and 10 from the 49. And Kinchlow gets out of a pile.
Well, that time Kinchlow really showed some patience. He could have put his nose down and maybe surged forward for a couple of yards, but instead waited to see exactly how the defense was committing, then took it around the right side for a nice gain. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 3. They're inside Waunakee territory at the 45-yard line. Time winding down here in this 3rd quarter. Tell you what, this is a great football game. This is a great high-level high school football game.
Well, that's what you'd expect at the state semifinals, and two programs like this. They've had great seasons. 3rd and 4. Low snap, Dorio. And, Kinchlow met in the backfield. And a 4th down coming up in a decision for Matt Binsfeld, the Kaukauna coach.
I don't mean to laugh, but I'm just saying that is such an aggressive defense that Waunakee plays. Oof, just lowering the boom. Number 56 doing a great job there. Jacob Durin, 6'1", 224. So 4th and 2, Teddy Baseball. What do you think?
Well, they're going to call it 4th and 4. Actually lost a yard there. So from the 43. Nope, they moved it up.
4th and 2.
4th and here we go. Again, a trio of receivers to the left.
Trying to drive him offside.
And they may just take a timeout here. A flag flew.
So they may have taken the delay and then they're just going to punt. They are. Yep. Okay, you know what? Not a bad decision. Game of field position. Don't risk giving Waunakee's offense the ball in that great a position, and try to get a good punt, put them inside the 20.
You bet. Hey, our Down and Distance tonight is brought to you by Gandrud West Mason Value Center, offering quality vehicles at one low price and competitive financing options. Purchase with confidence from Gandrud West Mason. So, the punting unit on for Kaukauna. I'll get this one off at about the 42-yard line, and a slip.
Slips, wow.
And it'll take a Kaukauna bounce.
Will it ever to the 5? 5 yard
as time
line.
expires here in the 3rd.
Good
so
strategy.
Waunakee deep in their own territory to start the 4th quarter. When we come back, you're watching Showdown.
You and I got the correction at the same time. Yeah.
So here we go, start of the 4th quarter. It is Waunakee leading Kaukauna 17-14. Waunakee has the ball after the Kaukauna punt. They're starting on their own 5-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground across the 10-yard line near the 12.
Tough, powerful run, Sebastian Rasmussen that time.
About a 7-yard pickup.
So that's big for Waunakee. When you're on the 5-yard line like that, you're always worried about a legal procedure penalty. Takes back to the 2. You know, your heels are basically in the end zone. Those sorts of things. Quarterback lines up in the end zone. Getting a gain of that much is a big play when you're pinned that far back.
2nd and 2. 12-yard line. And again, changing up the play at the line as they look over to the bench. Pat Rice, the head coach, calling out the signal. Now Vance Johnson takes the snap, and a 1st down run for Waunakee as they cross the 15, close to the 20-yard line.
Yep, another tough, powerful run that time by number 24, Ben Lindley. Coach didn't want to say too much about where these kids are going to go to college, huh, Teddy, in the pregame notes and everything?
Yeah, Waunakee keeping everything
just
close to the
keep it
vest,
really close
making
to the
sure
vest.
they keep the focus on team.
this. Yep, exactly. Yep, he made that point. But they do have an alumni playing at Iowa. They've got another one at Iowa State.
Yeah.
that's not bad.
There's a lot of these Waunakee kids that will be playing at the next level if
Yes.
they want to. They're good. And trying the left side this time. Pickup of about 4.
Number 12, Reed Whitman, helped making the stop that time.
That was number 27, Sebastian Rasmussen on the carry.
So your right gain of about 4, second down and 6, ball on the 22-yard line. We have not seen a huddle by Waunakee in tonight's ball game. Not a single huddle.
But they all look to the side.
everybody does.
It's just like a
Yeah.
open field huddle as they look
Yeah.
to the bench for the call.
That's right.
So 2nd and 6 from the 22. Little
Pass
screen
out the
pass
flats.
once again.
Oh, nice tackle.
And a 3rd and about 5 coming up.
Nice play, Carson Van Dinter with the tackle that time. That looked like that had the potential to be a bigger play, but he took him down after a gain of about 1.5 yards. So it brings up 3rd and a long 4. Watch him come up here really nice and end that play.
Galloping Ghost looking for a big stop once again. They've had a few tonight. Waunakee trying to keep the drive alive early in the 4th quarter.
Tyler Jazuski was also in that play for Kaukauna as they teamed up. Big play, 3rd and 4 from the 24. Screen, drop.
Incomplete. And 4th down coming up. And Waunakee will most likely have to punt here. I would think so.
I'll tell you
I
what.
don't know anymore, though.
I know. They would have to have a heart of stone to go for it down here, but it looks like they are in punt formation, and Kaukauna will put somebody deep now. This is the first time they've had somebody go deep, because in the other situations, there's always the chance that the punt was going to roll in the end zone or die inside the 10, which that last one did. So here they're looking for a little bit of a return in fairly good field position near midfield, if things turn out right for them.
Mercuri waits for the snap. He's the punter. Gets it off at about the 17-yard line.
Not a great punt. Gets a pretty good roll. He'll die at about the 42.
All right, we'll be back after this timeout. You're watching Showdown. Kaukauna will start on their own 42 after the punt by Waunakee. Waunakee with a 3-point lead. 9:30 remaining in the ball game. Handoff, and Kinchlow
Nice gain.
with the carry.
Up to about the 46. So a gain of about 4 on 1st down.
And again, no panic at this point.
Not at all.
You don't have to change anything up.
You know, I don't think Dorio's going to be a running threat with the knee injury he suffered, although he seems to be moving really good. You know what he did in that play, though, Teddy? He was really watching. He was going to hand it off, but he was watching what the outside linebacker, outside end was doing. Thinking to himself, I think that what he's setting up is he's going to run that exact same play, but pull it and take it around end. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw that happen. He really had his eyeballs looking on the outside.
Calling out some plays to his receivers. Split out to the left. And again, Kinchlow takes the handoff, and no gain there.
No gain there. They were really all over him. That swarming Waunakee defense. Once again, a 97 getting in there again. He's just an outstanding football player. 82. It's a nice team. McCoy Smith, 5'9", 205 pounds.
Well, with a 3rd and 5 here, you got a lot of different options, but I think you might put it in the hands of your quarterback here.
Yeah, I think they're going to look for a either a drag route over the middle, although he sent 2 wide receivers to the left side. They're tight on the right. So tight ends on the right.
And Dorio looks left. Yeah, a little low on that, and 4th down coming up.
Looking for the slant coming over.
Yeah, looking for Hall that
for
time.
Nolan Hall, but yeah, just not a good pass. One of his few not good passes, and I think they have to punt. Don't you, Teddy?
I would
in this field position.
think so.
That wasn't very confident. I would think so. That might have been tipped. You know what? I think 44 tipped it. I think that's why it went that way. Sam Hoagland.
I think they're going for it, John.
I think you're absolutely correct, Ted.
They're trailing by 3. There's just
Here
under
we go.
8 minutes to go in the ball game.
Why not?
And a trip to state is on the line.
So 4th and 5. And, even if they try to do the play that never works, the drying them offside, I'm still not sure that would be a first down. Looks to be a little more than 5 yards. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a timeout is called.
Yeah, last time they took a delay of game penalty.
Yeah,
I don't think they want to take the penalty, the yardage on that. So
I agree.
We'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. In half, are you making a decision whether you're going to go for it or not? Or
I think they're thinking it over.
Yeah.
I really and truly do. I think play-wise, what they would go for, I think they had a pretty good play called on that pass to Shoe with the deep. It wasn't even a deep slant. It was just a slant. You don't have to go that deep to get the 5 yards. They're going with trips left, 3 wide receivers left, 1 right on the near side, and a running back in the backfield. And they're going to run it and not get it.
And Waunakee holds, and they will have the ball when we come back. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. So the Waunakee defense holds, and now they've got the ball on the Kaukauna 47-yard line.
Big hole that time. Wow.
Yeah, let's see. That defense is going to give a big boost to that offense from a momentum standpoint, that's for sure.
Rasmussen again that time. Got to scratch my head on that call, I'll be honest with you. 4th and 5 against this defense. I was expecting something in the air. Weren't you, Ted?
I thought maybe, but that's not what they decided to do, as Waunakee will keep it on the ground now, and they're just going to try to milk this clock as much as they can, keep it in play. And right now, trying to hold on to a 3-point lead.
So 2nd down and about 4, and inside Kaukauna territory at about the 32-yard line.
If you're Kaukauna, you're looking for a turnover, trying to get some strips, trying to poke that ball away.
Yep, and you just used that timeout. So 2nd and 4.
Lindley in the backfield.
Moving inside 7
Johnson. And
quarterback
Johnson will keep it himself.
Gets
and
the first
try
down.
To stay in bounds.
Now he goes out of bounds, though, but he does get the first down, it looks like. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to see anything too dangerous coming from Waunakee here. And he does get the first down. They're just going to try to milk this clock, take it down as low as they can, as the ambulances and fire trucks scream out of the parking lot. Hope everything's okay around the Ripon area. So Kaukauna needs a big stop. I mean, they need a turnover or a big stop.
Lindley again, and bounces to the outside. He's looking for the end zone, takes a big shot, and is knocked out near the goal line inside the 5.
Yep, that's exactly what Waunakee needed right there. That big play late in the ball game. And I think the Kaukauna defense is a little demoralized. They've been playing such a great second half. And knocked out at about the 2-yard line. So
they say he stayed in bounds, actually, so that clock continues to run. So 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. And this time, big hit. And did he get in? No, he's going to be short. And that time, the ball carrier was Sebastian Rasmussen.
Who has a lot of carries tonight. I mean, he has really been a workhorse. We heard all about Lindley coming in. But Rasmussen, I swear, has as many carries or more, don't you think?
He's been, yeah.
He has been the workhorse.
Came in with 68 carries, 500 yards rushing, and 11 touchdowns. All on the ground.
So 2nd and 3. Again, not to make an excuse, we're just at a tough angle here on the opposing 20-yard line to get a perspective on the yardage, hey, Teddy?
Yep. 2nd and goal from the 3. And he's got Lindley in the backfield. Lindley will take the handoff, crashing, looking for the end zone, and he's got it. The Warriors are back in the end zone.
Well, that's a backbreaker for Kaukauna. Had the 4th down and 5. Didn't get on the run play, and then back comes, but you could just tell that defense seemed a little deflated on that drive. Wouldn't you say, Ted? And they just didn't seem to have that same something.
Well, I don't know if deflated, but certainly in a tough position, a short field to try to defend.
Right.
But this one is a long way from over, 5:43. The good news, if you're Kaukauna, they didn't take much time off the clock in scoring that.
Kaukauna did use one of the timeouts in that last drive right before the fourth down. And that makes it, was at 59 out of 59 for him this season. That's incredible. What's the high school record for that, Teddy? You know that.
For
Wrightstown with the win.
Yeah, so that game's gone final over St. Croix Falls, 33-12. So Wrightstown has punched their ticket.
Congratulations, Tigers from Wrightstown.
Absolutely, that's in Division 5, so we're waiting on the final. They'll take on the winner of Aquinas or Horicon Hustisford.
That's fantastic. It's always fun going to Wrightstown for high school football games, isn't it? The whole town is decorated and everybody comes out for it. And always have a good time in Wrightstown.
Another Fox Valley Association team in action tonight is Kimberly and Marquette. Looks like they're still tied at 7 apiece.
Wow. Hey, that's two heavyweights just throwing body blows at each other, isn't it?
Without a doubt. But you talk about a heavyweight. You've got a team out here in this purple and white.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
This is a team that knows all about the postseason, and what Pat Rice has done in 32 seasons at Waunakee is just incredible as they get ready to kick off after that touchdown that lifted Waunakee to a 10-point lead here with under 6 minutes to go.
Well, Kaukauna had a lot of success throwing the ball early in the third quarter. Actually, they've had a lot of success with a lot of things in offense here in this second. Ooh, just let it go past them. But now they pretty much got to put it in the air.
Yep.
I mean, they just do. When you're down by 2 scores, 5:42 left to go against a team like this, you've got to put the ball in the air and move it down the field quickly.
So Waunakee has had, this is their 28th appearance in the state tournament.
Okay.
Right? 27 consecutive years in the playoffs, an 85-20 record.
Unbelievable.
That time period, have appeared in 11 state championship games, have won 7. Their last state title came in 2021, and they won the Division II state title.
Unbelievable.
Trying to get back there. They're 5:42 away from punching their ticket to Camp Randall again. But Kaukauna still trying to stay alive. And a big hit, a big catch, and a first down for the Galloping Ghost.
That was Kavanaugh Weinberg. Nice pass once again. This quarterback is just on the money.
And the Ghost will go no huddle, trying to save some time here.
3 wide receivers right, 1 left.
Finley Dorio waits for the snap, looks left, and here comes the pressure, and he's been under pressure all night long. This young man, remember, left in the first quarter with an injury, was able to come back late in the second quarter.
That was Wade Bryant again, 6'1", 212-pound senior. He's been all over the field. Look at him, just work. Dips his shoulder down, gets under the block, and sacks the quarterback again. I believe that's 3 sacks for him on the night.
Came in with 10 sacks, and we've got a timeout.
Player injured for Waunakee on the far sideline, Teddy.
Did not see that.
45. That's why I'm here, Ted.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome. And Mark Huson's here.
Yeah, Mark's not only taking care of all of our health questions, but keeping track of the scores for us as Reedsville has been defeated. So Reedsville loses to Blackhawk tonight, 36-7 in Division 7's semifinals. Also, an update, Marquette has taken a 7-point lead over Kimberly in that Division I semifinal.
How's Luxembourg-Casco doing?
Luxembourg-Casco? They still have a 6-point lead in the fourth, so Luxembourg-Casco leading Catholic Memorial.
Okay.
And talk about some powerhouses.
Yeah. What a great night of... be honest with me, Teddy. What do you think is more fun? I think I know you're going to answer. This level of the high school football playoffs or this level of the high school basketball playoffs?
They're both fun.
I know. Well, you've been a part of broadcasting both.
Apples and oranges, and I love fruit salad, my friend.
All right. Way to cop out.
2nd and 15 as we go back to work. And
take it over
Dorio
the left side, has some room.
Take it himself and then crashes in to the sideline.
Right.
And again, you keep an eye on him. Again, kind of limps out of there, suffered that injury earlier. And
well, he certainly has bounced back fine, though, hasn't he? He's just been tremendous. I mean, you would never know that he missed much of the first half due to a knee injury, and he has bounced back just tremendously.
Well, and his return to the lineup, such a shot in the arm.
Yes.
To the confidence and the momentum. Oh, and there was a collision there on the sideline. I hope everyone on the sideline for Waunakee is all right.
Took out the legs of somebody underneath, right at the ankles.
So 3rd and 5. And Dorio under pressure, steps up, has a man, and is that caught? Yes. First down goes.
What a nice job hanging on to that one. Very nice job. That's Parker Shue.
The
Number
catch.
9. Really nice job. Nice protection that time. Tiptoed, held it on the sidelines. That was outstanding.
Try to get both feet in.
Yeah, it was great.
You only need one.
That's all right.
Parker doing a great job there.
Wanted to make sure.
So the drive stays alive.
Near
Clock
the 50.
stopped as he got out of bounds. And Dorio coming to the near sideline, and that one, I think that one may have slipped out of his hand too. I think he was looking at that receiver.
But we were talking about the great pass rush on the part of Waunakee on the pass before this one. And this one they had the moving pocket, of course, to give them a little bit more time. But they did a real nice job on the play before that. That offensive line for Kaukauna. So 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 49 of the Galloping Ghosts. The only bad part about doing a Kaukauna game on the road,
What's that?
you don't get to see the actual horse run the field and flip it to the ref as he's
one of the great traditions.
Stepping backwards.
They deliver the ball on horseback in Kaukauna.
Oh, nice catch. Actually a loss, though, unfortunately.
Great defense there as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. These
Jacob
Waunakee
Duran?
guys, they don't miss many tackles. 6'1", 224. He's a senior, so it would have been better to be an incompletion, but you can't fault the receiver for making the catch and trying to make something out of it. So 3rd and 15, and I don't think we're going to see any more punts in this ball game. In fact, I think we can guarantee you won't see any more punts in this ball game.
Not from Kaukauna.
No, not at all.
So a big play here, trying to keep their season going here. They've got 2 downs to get 14.
Got to try to get at least half on this play, I would think.
And looking for it all, has a man, and that's going to be a first down.
Nice touch. Danny Poor, his first reception of the ball game, and he took kind of a shot at the end of that play.
Yeah, Danny's shaken up. He took a big shot.
Yeah, he did. I didn't like the way he landed.
And the trainer's out there immediately to check on Danny Poor, who made that catch, picking up the first down. And right now, as you see his teammates on a knee, hoping for the best here. And well, they will take all the time they need to make sure that this young man is okay.
It was just, we don't want to show it again, but it was just a real awkward way that his head hit. The way it kind of snapped. And he was on his feet now.
Yeah, a bit of a scary fall there, and we're not going to show it to you again.
Because you know what, he wasn't able to protect himself when the hit came. He was a little bit defenseless when he hit the ground, but he popped up, ran to the sidelines, and he's standing there now. So
yeah, and the medical staff is going to check on him.
Yeah, they're all over him, but he walked off at his own power. In fact, he jogged off, so that was really great to see.
Yep. And he also picked up that first down to keep this drive going.
Beautiful
the clock is ticking here. The ball's up to the 35-yard line. Kaukauna needs 10 points.
3 wide receivers left, 1 right, has time, going deep, has a chance!
And it's intercepted. Intercepted.
Just hung up. You know what? He didn't get enough under it.
Picked off
the receiver.
Lucas Hamilton with the pick. And a huge turnover for Waunakee, and they are beginning to celebrate.
Yeah. The receiver for Kaukauna had a step, and when he let this go, I thought this had a really good chance, but then it just hung up, and the receiver had to come back for it, and by that time, the defensive back was right there. So it's on the 1-yard line, though, Maybe Kaukauna could force a turnover down here or something on the one.
They are having a good time on the Waunakee sideline. What an effort they have had tonight. Well,
let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, there is still time, and we have seen some wild things on Showdown this season.
There's no question, crazy things. So Waunakee's entire backfield, obviously, in the end zone. Everybody's in the end zone for Waunakee. Straight up the middle. Well, he gets some breathing room. That's Rasmussen again, who has just had a heck of a ball game. Gain of about 3. Someone unheralded coming in as far as at least what you heard statewide. What other scores you got there, Teddy? Baseball?
Well, Luxembourg and Catholic Memorial, they're knotted at 20 now.
Wow. Wow.
Quite the ball game there.
Yep. So second down for Waunakee with the clock running. And again, they're at least out of the shadow of their end zone. Well, they're still in the shadow of their end zone, but at least their feet aren't in the end zone. Straight up the middle. That's their number 1 gun, Lindley.
Yeah, so that's going to bring
Timeout
a third
called.
down. If you can get a stop, if you're Kaukauna, force them to punt. And I'm sure they would punt in this situation.
You know what, Teddy?
I'm just playing the odds, John.
I'm just saying the only thing more sure in sports is if you and I have a jump ball situation, you will control the tip. Okay? That's the only other thing.
I'll tell you what, speaking of jump balls, hey, it's basketball season. This is our last high school football game on TV 32 this season. The Wisconsin Herd return. Our first televised game is coming up Sunday, 5 o'clock. The Herd are on the road in Cleveland this weekend, so we will be bringing you the Wisconsin Herd. Big season. They got a lot of great players on that team. Drew Timme. I know you're excited to see Drew Timme from Gonzaga. He's playing for the Herd this year.
One of the top players in the nation last year.
We'll be watching NBA G League basketball on TV 32. First game Sunday, 5 o'clock, right here on TV 32.
So if you and I had a jump ball situation, be honest, would you even jump or would you just stand flat-footed and tap it to your guy? What do you think?
I would jump.
Okay.
You got to play hard.
You know what?
You're playing hard all the time, John.
You'd have a hard time jumping. You know what I used to do? I'd stand on your foot.
Just stand on my foot.
As soon as the ball goes in the air, I'd stop on your instep.
Could be an issue.
Just saying.
3rd and 3 for Waunakee. On their own 8. And they will keep it on the ground and pick up the first down.
Rasmussen that time, who has had a tremendous ball game. In fact, if you had to pick an MVP for Waunakee, I think it would be him. Wouldn't you, Ted? I mean, he's been their main guy.
Or you want to put it on offense or defense? I mean, there are so many guys. I don't know. I'm going to give it to one guy.
Yeah, on offense for him. But, yeah, there are some guys in that
he's had a great game, to be sure.
Really outstanding. Yeah.
But I think when Waunakee looks back at this one, and you go back and look at this tape, this is a total team effort by this Waunakee squad. Just an outstanding football team.
And this is the closest anybody has come to them by far. The closest other than this, I believe, was Notre Dame at 30-7 early in the season.
They've only given up 14 points in one game this year, and that was week 1 when they beat DeForest 51-14.
Yeah. I'll dive over the middle, but looks like time is just running out now for Kaukauna with their – they might have one timeout left, but other than that, it's pretty tough right now. As long as Waunakee hangs on to the football. So Camp Randall, did you ever go a play-by-play game there for a state championship?
Not for high school football.
No?
No.
I did one for on radio there one time. That was fun.
Yeah. Well, it's always great to go to Camp Randall. Another score coming in. Rice Lake has defeated Notre Dame in Division III, so the Tritons are out. Winner of this one will get the winner of Sun Prairie East and Badger. Badger leading 28-6. That was a third quarter score at last report. So Waunakee is keeping it
Rasmussen again
on the ground, and now Matt Binsfeld will use his final timeout, the head coach of Kaukauna. And you talked about this tonight. I mean, the turnaround by Kaukauna to be able to get into the state semifinal round the last 2 seasons in a program that was pretty much way down when he took over 8 years ago.
Yeah, we used to do some of those games when they were way down, and we would just hope for a not running clock type game at times. And what he's done there in his time is just incredible. But I will say this, Kaukauna has turned out a lot of great athletes in a lot of sports over the last few years, haven't they?
Well, and they've got a lot of young
softball,
players on this team.
wrestling.
So, I mean, these guys are going to be good in the future. Softball's been outstanding. This is the second straight season in the state level 4 for Kaukauna. 6 straight years in the playoffs for a playoff run.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's big.
Huge. For
Kaukauna, as
no
they
question.
certainly have turned things around.
Well, I thought they had a shot at the state championship until I started studying Waunakee, because you don't hear much about those schools during the regular season.
Not in northeast Wisconsin.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But statewide, I know they. But
in the Madison area, Waunakee area, yeah.
I mean, we've got so much to deal with up here. Then you kind of start studying these other teams.
Yeah, you may have heard of this Waunakee team.
Well, I've heard of them.
7-time state champion.
But I mean, as far as during the course of the regular season, until you really break it down, what they've done with these different teams, it's like, holy smokes.
Yeah, and Pat Rice has led the way for 32 years as the head coach.
And they are going to the state championship at Camp Randall. Well, it's well-deserved. There's no way you can say they didn't earn it.
Yeah. We're going to check on all the scores around the state in our post-game show after this one. Victory formation for Waunakee. And they're going to take this down as far as they can. And Waunakee is going to go back to the Camp Randall for yet another state championship game. It'll be their 12th appearance at Camp Randall for the state championship, and they're looking for their 8th state title, the last title coming in 2021.
But what a salute to this Galloping Ghost team from Kaukauna. And I'll tell you what, they gave it a heck of a run. They had a couple of big situations. That 4th down that they had in the 4th quarter, if they could have converted that when they were only down by 3, who knows what could have happened there.
Yeah. Great season for Kaukauna, but it comes up short at the state semifinal. Waunakee with a 24-14 win. We'll come back, wrap things up, and take a look at all the scores around the state after this timeout. Well, congratulations to Waunakee heading back to the state championship game. They knock off Kaukauna tonight 24-14 in this Division II semifinal. Want to get you all the scores from around the state. We'll start with Division I, and the season has ended for Kimberly. Marquette knocks them off 14-7, so they will take on Franklin in the state championship game. Waunakee will be taking on Badger in the state final as Badger knocks off Sun Prairie East 28-6. In Division III, Rice Lake beat Notre Dame. So it'll be Rice Lake taking on Grafton in Division III. In Division IV, that game's still going on. Catholic Memorial with a 1-point lead in the 4th quarter. The winner of that game will take on Lodi in the Division IV state championship. Wrightstown heading on to Division V in the state championship there. They're going to take on Aquinas. Wrightstown with a 33-12 win.
Going for a state championship, Tigers. Way to roar.
Kewanee was defeated tonight, had a lead throughout a good portion
Most
of this
of the
game.
yeah,
Darlington comes back to knock off Kewanee tonight in Division 6, so they will take on the winner of Grantsburg and Stratford. And in Division 7, Blackhawk knocked off Reedsville tonight. So it'll be Blackhawk taking on Edgar, and Edgar is one of those perennial powers as well when you talk about state football powerhouses. But our game tonight, terrific battle between these two teams. And again, can't say enough about Waunakee and what they've done in the past and what they've got going on this year. They are 13-0 on the season, got the job done. But hats off, as you said, to Kaukauna, and especially their quarterback who got injured. Finley Dorio came back, big shot in the arm, led them, got within 3 points.
Absolutely. And had
within
the
this game.
And we're driving. And another thing, though, too, is I think that backup quarterback, let's give him a little credit. They came in, played very cool, very poised, threw one interception. But you know what? Waunakee threw an interception on the pass after that. So I give that kid a lot of credit for just kind of keeping the ship steady until Dorio came back into the ballgame.
Yeah, Matt Binsfeld addressing his team for Kaukauna right now for the final time this season. Kaukauna will wrap up their season with an 11-2 record. Well, that also wraps up our season on Sports Showdown this season. We appreciate you joining us. It's been so many years that we've been able to do this. We see these great games, these athletes, these coaches, the athletic directors that help us throughout the season. Of course, all of our sponsors that make this all possible.
It would not be possible without those sponsors, and to our crew that's been just amazing this year. Really great work with every member of this crew this year. Hope to see you again next year. That's
right. So that's going to do it for us for 2023. Don't forget, we've got NBA G League basketball coming your way on WACY TV 32. Our first game that will be broadcasting will be Sunday at 5 o'clock as the Wisconsin Herd take on the Cleveland Charge. That's going to do it for us tonight. For John Mino, I'm Ted Stefaniak. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and throughout the season. We'll see you next season on Sports Showdown. So long, everybody. Happy Veterans Day, and we'll see you next season.
See ya.
Tonight's game on TV 32 is brought to you by these proud local sponsors. U.S. Cellular, Bell & Howell, Simon's Specialty Cheese, Gandred on West Mason, Gallagher's Pizza, North Star Dental, Witt Family Ford, Cobeson Buses, Vake's Fox Valley Coin and Diamonds, and Security Loop Key Roofing.